Oh, I'm excited. Marty's not here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very special podcast this week. Unfortunately, Marty is overseas, Tasmania, and he's doing a corporate show over there, so he can't be here, but we do have our special guest today. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about him for months. Here he is, FATSO McGEE.
Really lovely to be here.
Lovely to have you here.
Thank you, Kim.
Now, why are you here?
I got an invite.
Yes, by who?
Marty, he called me, an old mate of mine.
Yes? Are you here for the Grand Prix? Is that?
Yeah, I come out for a Grand Prix, yeah.
Oh, yes. And are you be playing in your band?
No, I'm in a corporate suite.
You're in a court?
In a corporate suite.
Oh, sorry, corporate suite. It's very hard to understand you live. I didn't. Sorry, I apologise.
It's early for me, you know.
Well, it is. It's in the afternoon, and you've also led a pretty wild life.
Yeah, I get up out of bed and go to the toilet, number 2, every morning.
Great.
You know, and I go back to sleep, and I wake up at 2 o'clock and watch my favourite show, Good Morning Unemployed.
Very good, very good. And you're from where originally?
Originally Tottenham.
Tottenham?
Yeah.
And did you just come here from Tottenham, or you?
No.
No, where are you now? Where are you based?
We're doing a reunion tour of FATSO and the McGeezers.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're touring right around the world?
Well, some of the world.
Which parts?
The parts that don't have Corona.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I don't like beer.
Is it? Okay, what do you have on a rider?
On my rider?
Yes.
Bourbon.
And
dry ginger ale.
Yeah.
And patchouli oil.
Is that?
It's good for the nipples.
Okay, beautiful. Now, you've done a lot of things with your career, and
well, I've tried.
Well, you have.
You know what I am? An attempter. I'm known for my attempts.
Yeah, well, you attempt very well, because let's list the bands you've been with.
Oh,
Beatles, that was a big one.
Silver Beatles.
Quarrymen, so far.
Granted, all the same one band. But it's saved on travel.
Yes.
Buses don't grow on trees, you know.
Liverpool?
Yeah, I travelled all around England.
Well, you came from Tottenham to Liverpool?
Yeah.
So you may as well move to Liverpool, really.
Well, I did for a little while.
Oh, you did? I did.
Yeah.
And then where'd you go?
I left that band. I had a bit of a run with the Rolling Stones.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a bit of a go with them. And then I developed a business of writing on drums, because I was a drummer.
Yes.
By trade.
Yes.
Well, actually, that's not true. I was a fish filleter. By trade, my father had a fish shop.
Yeah, and your brother?
And my brother, Finno, yeah. Finno he's still with the business on and off.
Is he?
Yeah, it does tend to trade off my name a little bit.
Oh.
That's all right. I love him. He's all right, you know.
Oh, well, that's good.
He's okay. He's got terrible illness.
Has he? What's he got?
He's got lung up the arse.
How's that work?
You breathe in too hard.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I do notice that throughout your whole career, you've been with Pink Floyd, you've been with David Bowie, you've done a lot of movie stuff, which we'll talk about later.
A lot of auditions.
Yeah, a lot of auditions, yes. You did get some movie roles, mostly dead.
Yeah.
Mostly people dead.
I played a dead man in 1917.
Yes, in 1917?
Not in the year, in the movie.
In the movie, that's right. Second dead person to the left, I think you were billed
To the right originally.
To the right.
I auditioned for the bloke on the right.
Yes.
But they said, we like it, but we don't love it.
Well,
let's try you on the left. First guy to left. No, they wanted a redhead. So I got bumped over, one to the left. But still, the money was the same. And I got invited to the encore. Not the premiere. It was a night after the premiere where the popcorn was stale.
Oh.
But I got invited, and that's the main thing.
That is the main thing.
Yeah.
And I guess from being in all these bands, you would have done very well with the ladies.
Well, I got a lot of ladies, but I'm not very good in bed.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a terrible lover.
That's no good.
I caught a peeping Tom booing me.
Oh, okay.
You know, sex with me is a disaster. Last time I got a root, the Red Cross turned up with coffee and donuts.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, I was the reason why I ask is because if you look behind those that beautiful window there in the back studio, you'll notice that we have our our own female engineer,
I know her.
Elsie Shitshoveler. You know him? You know her?
Yeah, I know Elsie Shitshoveler. She's a bit hard on the hearing. She can't hear nothing.
Would you like to just give her a wave?
Hello, Elsie. How are you?
Get stuffed.
Yeah, that's her. I remember her. Lovely girl. She's very good to her husband. She never goes home.
That's great. Oh, she liked that too. That was
Slow
good.
on the uptake too. She always has been a bit slow. That's
So,
all right. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
because throughout your career with all these bands, you have always had your own band, your
Yeah.
own little projects, have you
Yeah.
not?
FATSO and the McGee's.
Yeah. Now, FATSO and the McGee's
Yeah.
in the 60s.
Yeah.
You were very flower power, but you
Yeah.
kept that Beatles theme that you'd learnt so well from them. Could we ever listen to one of the tracks that you did?
All right. Yeah.
Is that you singing?
Not yet. Yeah, that's me.
That's you at
That's
the end.
Well, what happened was, I sat down too hard on the drums, and someone had left me cowbell on the seat, and it went right up my bum.
Oh no!
And that's his bass player pulling it out
Is it
right at the end. That was actually the roar of unintended consequences, because it was originally going to be instrumental.
And yet that was the hook.
That was a hook.
Yeah.
So we had kids in the clubs going, ooh, not realising what they were doing was getting a cowbell pulled out their ass. But that wasn't like the McGee's were good. They were a great band. You know, we played all the big clubs like the 3 Wood and the 4 Iron. And but we my sideline became my main job, and that was actually writing bands' names on drums. I was good at that.
Yes.
And because my original band was Drum Stick It Up Your Bum. That was the name of my first band, you see.
The band's name was
Drum Stick It Up Your Bum. Yeah, see, it's ringing, isn't it?
It's catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy. It's catchy like Ebola.
Yeah.
So, but the problem was, you see, the circumference, that's the round term, meaning the round,
Yes.
of the drum was not big enough.
No.
You see, so I had to cut out the drum off it. Not the drum, but the word drum.
Yes.
Which made the band called Stick It Up Your Bum.
Okay.
You see, we didn't take off.
No, you wouldn't have got a lot of gigs.
We had 2.
Yes.
The first gig was Welcome to Stick It Up Your Bum, and the second gig was We Have to Apologise for Last Night.
Okay. All right. Well,
We had a queue in that room trying to get out.
right. Well, work is work. That's the main.
Yeah, you're working. That's it. See,
like you're working.
you know, and we had our roadies. We used to hire hunchbacks because they were already crouched.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Very good.
Black
idea.
ones, so we saved on T-shirts and all.
Oh, very clever.
Oh, no, I knew all the tricks.
Oh, wow.
We used to sell raffle tickets. After our first bracket, we gave away a meat tray.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Not so good.
Why?
No meat.
No.
A
Right.
lovely tray.
Yeah.
We
nice
used to
try.
say, here, meet the tray. And we smack them in the head with it. And they'd be unconscious, and we run off with the tray and reuse it. You know why?
Why?
Because we're green.
Is this your basically your thrash metal period? Was it?
No, that was my wife's thrash metal period. Every month it was a nightmare.
Okay. All right. Because I've got some samples of some great music that you made over the years. Like you
Can't
did.
imagine.
You did go through a psychedelic period.
Yeah, we had our crazy. That was the drugs, you see.
Yes, of course. What drugs did you take?
Panadol.
Panadol.
Yes. We used to take Mercindol.
Yes.
We used to do Barbie doll.
Yeah. Anything with a doll.
Barbie doll, well, we rip off. I bought a Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Put it on the Barbie, it melted.
Oh.
I was hooked. I thought this will catch on.
Oh,
So
I see.
they had lots of different Barbies. They had Malibu Barbie.
Yes.
You see her?
Yes.
She was drunk, smelled like a coconut. You know?
Yes.
Divorced Barbie, she
Oh.
came with all Ken stuff. Had gay Barbie, she came with Barbie.
Excellent. Well, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, can we have a little listen to your well, I think it's more of a folk period, wasn't it?
Yes, that was when, well, what happened there was
Yes.
we lived in Oval.
Oh,
Well, at first.
yes.
And then what happened was my bass player, who was a neat freak,
Yeah.
vacuumed, and we lived in a hole.
In a hole.
Yeah, the whole floor went. It sucked up all the dirt
Yeah.
into the vacuum, and it created a hole out of our oval. So instead of just walking right in and breezing into your oval and sitting down
Yeah.
on a box and watching the wall, you fell into the house, really, and fell down. You didn't so much arrive as plummet.
Wow.
And you landed flat on your bloody face on the floor and you say, "Darling, I'm home." And she'd say, "You don't live here." And I
Had
was...
you fallen in the wrong hole?
Sometimes, yeah, because we lived in a well, it wasn't a freestanding hole. It was a semi-detached hole.
Oh,
Yeah, so sometimes you come home because all the holes look alike. Bugger get in the cab.
In the night.
In a cab, they go the wrong hole. And you're just wandering and fall.
And during this drug period, did you go out with the Beatles and the Rolling Stones?
Yeah. Went out with the Beatles, came home with the Rolling Stones.
That's a good way to do
I
it.
flipped in the middle of the night. I'd flip, I'd say, "You blokes, nah, not so good. I like what we're doing, but I don't love it."
Yeah. Okay.
And they'd say, "How much do you want to piss off and leave us alone?" And I'd always start big.
I know
I got
why
£1,000, I'll go.
Yeah.
And they'd say 500.
And?
We'd settle on 800. Do you know why?
Wiggle room.
Wiggle room, that's right.
Because you had the word "the." That was yours.
So I patented that.
Yeah.
I had that.
"The."
But I originally made a mistake and painted it.
Instead of painting it.
Yeah.
I got it.
It was a big blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
But you live and learn.
Yeah, rookie mistake.
Yeah.
So then, so you had Beatles
Yeah.
and Rolling Stones, and when in Australia, Wiggles.
Yeah.
And you sold them "the."
That's right, because who didn't want it? Pink Floyd. I had the Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, "We don't like it."
That's
so
right.
I snipped it off the drum because I was skilled at that.
Yeah.
Right. Gave him some fish, left,
Yeah.
and took the with me.
Yeah.
And I met those blokes in the jumpsuits, with the
Wiggles.
turtlenecks. Yeah,
Wiggles.
that's the bastards. Yeah, one of them kept falling over, clutching at his chest.
Well, he was sick.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Can we listen to?
I got everything on the back of an aspirin packet.
Can we listen to the psychedelic folk period just quickly?
Sure. As we called it, Funkadelic.
Okay. So that's not you singing, but you're at the end. That's you.
Now, see, I said live and learn.
Yes.
It still didn't stop that bloody Jeff putting my cowbell on my seat. Up it went again. Fortunately, I had learned previous that if you're going to use a cowbell, cover it in KY before you do anything. So this time, much easier extraction. So you might notice in this song, a bit more musical.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was a better note.
And the kiddies used to sing along, and they all used to clutch at their asses, because that's what I did, and they emulated me.
And they all went, "Ooh."
Yeah, ooh, they all said, and clutched at their little asses as I was up there on stage. You know who didn't like it?
Who?
The boss of the Wiggles. I think his name was Giggle Wiggle. I don't know, but
Giggle.
he got the shits with me. Oh, and that Captain Feathersword on,
No good.
No, I didn't like him.
Can I ask you about your David Bowie years?
Would it matter?
Yes.
All right, go on.
What about your David Bowie years?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, I met David originally. We were at the supermarket.
Yes.
And there was one packet of twisties.
Right.
I like twisties.
Yeah.
So does Dave.
Oh.
And we both put our hands on the same packet at the same time. And he looked at me and I looked at him and our eyes met and shook hands. And then our consciousness grew.
Yes.
And he's a very spiritual man. And he was about to say something when I kicked him in the dick and fucked off with the twisties.
Beautiful.
And he chased me down the street and he said, "Come back with them twisties." And I said, "Not unless you put me in your band." So if you have seen the clip for, not Space Oddity, what is it? Not Scary Monsters, Ashes to Ashes.
Yes.
If you've seen all the people, the weird people walking with
Yeah.
him, one of them's me.
Is it?
Yeah, the short girl with the red hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and did you notice he had different coloured eyes?
Yeah, he did. That's right. You know why?
Why?
Because he had different coloured head.
What?
His head was different colours.
His
on
head?
both. Yeah. People didn't notice that. That was makeup covered that. But if you see, he had a birthmark.
Oh,
And on the other side, he had an afterbirth mark,
wow.
which was messier.
Beautiful. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Now, I want to...
Interesting guy. His name really wasn't David Bowie, though.
No, it wasn't, of course.
No, it was Jim Bowie, invented the knife.
No. No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I don't think that's right.
He told me that.
I'll look it up.
Mind you, he was very pissed at the time.
Yeah. Well, he was off his head.
All the time. Dead now, you know.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
quiet.
Did you go to the funeral?
No, I couldn't get in.
Oh, well, that's a pity.
Yeah, you had the book.
I had the book.
And I didn't. I couldn't get on my phone.
Well,
I tried Ticketmaster,
Yes.
and they only had seats at the back.
You should have tried Viagogo.
Oh, no, they charged too much.
No.
No.
Oh, shoot you, man.
Too much.
Now-
Crazy. You know how much it costs to see my show normally?
Your show?
£9. You go on via GoCo,
Yeah.
£4.
Viagogo.
Yeah, that's a Hawaiian one. Where you could go see Don Ho.
No. I know his wife.
Yeah, do you?
Yes.
Fat Ho.
Yeah.
I know her. She's a good girl.
That's right.
Good sport, that girl.
So now I guess we're up to really the 80s.
You haven't talked about me fish shop.
Oh, well, you want to talk about the fish
Well,
shop?
I don't necessarily, but people usually start at the beginning. It's the best way to
All
start.
right, well, let's go back to the beginning.
All right, we were a poor, struggling family living in Oval, not a hole at that stage because we weren't that bad. We hadn't learned to clean.
Oh, right. Okay.
And we had a fish shop at the Tottenham Market, and my dad used to sell fish, and he used to yell out to me, "Fill it," he'd say, "Fill it." And I thought he was talking to Prince Philip, but he wasn't. He was yelling out to me, "Fill it." Now, I thought, all right, I will. So I got the fish and I filled it full of anything I could fill it with. And he said, "You're a nice boy, but you're not over-endowed with intelligence. Look at your brother Finno over there sitting in the corner dribbling. I wish you could be more like him." And I learnt that the art of filleting a fish was in fact not filling the fish, but indeed taking things out of the fish, like bones and guts and that sort of shit. And as I worked in that shop for 40, maybe 45 minutes before I realised I didn't like it. And I said to Finno, "Son, Finno, get here, mate. It's your job. You can have this. I'm handing the family reins to you," I said. And I stepped out of that market, tripped on a banana peel, fell on my ass, and you wouldn't want to believe what was on the ground. A cowbell. That was the very first encounter.
Unbelievable.
And I went, "Oh," and someone said, "Oh, I like that."
Is that how you got signed?
That's how I got signed initially. Yeah, that's when I first joined well, it wasn't my band. I joined a local band called Rupert and the Shit Stompers. And we used to play all the pubs and clubs and Girl Scout halls and caves around Tottenham. And then I went on the road and got hit by a bus.
Oh.
And in hospital, that's where I met Brian Epstein.
Brian Epstein?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, so that's how you got involved with the Beatles.
Yeah, well, he was in the bed beside me, you see.
What was he in for?
Well, I was in there having a cowbell taken out of my ass, you see.
So everyone put in?
Yeah, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm having a camera, camera up. I got camera up the arse." I said, "Oh, they call that a colonoscopy." And he said, "No, my wife caught me looking at our neighbour in the binoculars." So we met and we chatted. And they gave me an anaesthetic, which made me a bit woozy.
Yeah.
And when I came, because they got to anaesthetise your ass to get cowbell out for the first time anyway, before you learn the KY trick. It's a word to the wise.
Yes.
And the nurse come in, and when I woke up, she said, "You may not feel anything below the waist." So I grabbed her tits.
That's a very good one. Good on you.
You're listening to Sons of Sunbury.
And now it's time for Maury's Joke of the Week.
All right, this is the regular segment we have where Marty usually tells a joke from his lovely father in his voice. But since he's not here, Fatso, would you be able to do it? Do you know any jokes?
Yeah, a joke.
We have a go.
A bloke and a groom dressed in their wedding clothes, right? Were in a hotel elevator, on their way up the honeymoon suite, and a woman enters the lift with them, see. She pressed her floor and she turned to the groom. She said, "Hello, Barry. Why haven't you called me? I love you." And the groom said, "Hello, Rachel." And then the woman got off at her floor, and the bride looked at him. She had the shits. She said, "Hey, who the bloody hell was that?" He said, "Don't you start. I'm going to have enough trouble explaining you to her."
Now we got to move on because we're running. It's not a long episode, not a normal length. What about the 70s when you met Lemmy?
That's when I had my afro.
That's right.
Oh,
Yes.
man. I used to hide things in it.
Yes.
I used to put a book in there, little box, there's a little box of Cocoa Pops you can buy in the
Yes.
variety pack.
Yeah.
I'd throw them all away, keep the Cocoa Pops.
Did you?
Yeah, and I used to keep it in my afro.
Wow.
I like them.
And you met Lemmy from Motorhead.
Did I?
Yeah, Lemmy.
Lemmy.
You remember Lemmy?
I remember Lemmy.
He took a lot of speed, Lemmy.
Didn't they all?
I thought that might be how you remember him, but
No.
well, he got
Too
you
fast
into
for
heavy
me.
metal by. I'm just reading your biography
No,
off Wikipedia.
I didn't last long in heavy metal because I got a bad back.
What is too much? Is it for you?
It's too heavy.
Well, can we hear some of it?
Here we go.
That's definitely a theme.
Yeah.
That's-
That's me at the end. That's my signature move. But there's actually 2 tracks of me singing on that. Of course, the last bit, another incident an unfortunate incident with the cowbell. Again, that one. You'd reckon a bloke would wise up.
I would have thought so.
But at least this time I now wear a rubber sleeve up my rectum when I go into the recording studio in case of aforesaid cowbell incidents. But what you heard in the beginning,
Yeah.
you could play that again. Okay, so what you hear now? Hear that?
Yeah.
That bit there. Oh, right.
Yes.
Right. That's mine. I wrote that. No, that's a cowbell. That's cowbell at the end. But the oh. Have you ever seen them ratchets drummers use? I had a ratchet, right?
Yeah.
Where you turn it and it's like a windy thing. It
Yes.
makes a noise, right?
Oh, yes.
Now,
Percussion.
they teach you at drum school to hold that nice and high, right? Well, I had it too low and it caught the end of my knob. And that's actually Billy Birmingham reversing the ratchet back over me skull knocker to try and get me bell end out of the ratchet. And got it out just in time for my signature track at the end. The recordings are very, very harrowing.
Do you have any children?
Only 9.
Because I'm worried because
Yeah.
of you're getting things caught in your willy and you've
Yes.
got the cowbell up
Well,
there.
you don't use your ass to make children. I don't know how you do it here out in Australia, but I'll probably learn at the Grand Prix.
It's amazing. Well, this is a hell of a story. I didn't realise there was more to it.
Oh,
Than,
yeah, I've done a lot of things.
like I do remember that you've been very successful, but there was
Well,
one.
it's interesting you say that because I would disagree.
Well, you've been with all these big bands. We've heard the records you've made. They're very
Didn't
good.
last with them, no.
No.
There was a conflict.
Yes.
You know-
But you played Festival Hall. Queen supported you.
Yeah, that's true. They supported me.
Yeah.
Because I was very unstable.
Yeah. Well, drunk, really.
Well, you call it drunk. I call it thirsty. Exceedingly thirsty. But that was a good gig, Festival Hall. I went to the wrong place.
Oh.
Yeah. I went to Sunshine Community Hall. Got my head kicked in.
Oh. Did you think Queen were going to be as big as they were when you saw them?
Well, they were skinny when I saw them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, big in success.
Oh, no, you never think that.
No.
Like, people look at me and they think, oh, geez, where's this bloke going to go?
That's right. And you went on to have huge success.
I wouldn't have said that. I had many attempts. I'm a trier.
You are a trier. There was one period that I did not like. I have to be truthful with you.
What was that?
I didn't like it when you went to your dance experimental.
Yeah, well, that's what they wanted, see. The record company, they said, we like it, but we don't love it.
Yes.
We want people moving more.
Right.
You've got to stop playing cemeteries. So we want your audience to be able to move
Yes.
and dance and maybe some sort of choreography.
Yeah.
So we did a big dance routine that involved me, got rid of the ratchet smartly, a drum kit, a harpsichord player, 3 Chinese gymnasts, a horse,
Yes.
and a cowbell.
A horse.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the result, and then we'll go on to your movies. I
There's a
think.
toe tap of this one.
Yeah.
I remember this one. There's your toe tap in. That's the horse. They're the gymnasts. That's the horse again. That's the gymnasts. And right at the very end. No, see, that noise, what happened was the horse sat on the cowbell. And, well, being an old hand, straight up I went. I was like a ferret up a drought. And I grabbed that cowbell, pulled it out, but pulled it out too hard because there's less resistance in a horse's ass, as you'd know. Yes. And I pulled it out too hard, flung backwards, and hit the gymnasts. And they got angry.
But that was the only thing I can think of that you didn't have success with.
No, it didn't go that good.
No.
It went, our albums go gold.
Yes.
It went tin. Not so good.
No. But, it's got a beat. Dance. You can dance to it, there's no doubt.
Yeah. Silver Beat, they called it. But nobody likes.
The Silver Beatles got their name?
No.
Oh.
No, they got their name from the Beatles being silver, you see. This was Silver Beat, as they called it, because it's just shit and no one likes it.
Oh, okay.
It's like bad spinach.
Let's move on to your movies, because
Okay.
I know you've got to go soon.
Well, not my movies, but I've done movies.
Well, movies you've connected yourself with. How's that?
Oh, well, I attempted to at certain stages. I got a few runs. I got into a few things.
Well, you were in, like you said, 1917.
Yeah, I was.
And they saw you in that.
Yeah, they looked down when they saw me.
As a dead person.
You can't teach that.
No.
You know how I learned that? Playing cemeteries.
Oh, okay. Well, then you went on to make more movies.
I did a Mason cemetery once. There was just all these hands sticking up out of the dirt.
Oh.
With the handshakes.
You go around high five.
Yeah, well, you don't. That's impolite. It's not respectful.
Well.
But, you give the gravestone a bit of a look and all that. Anyway.
And other movies that you've made as a dead person?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was...
Night of the Screaming Dead, which was a speaking role.
Oh.
Well, it's a screaming role.
A screaming role.
But similar.
Yeah.
And like you're dead.
Yeah.
And I wasn't supposed to scream.
Yeah.
But unusually, one of the stagehands left a cowbell on the bench in the caterers. Down I went, up I went, and they said, "That's our Hitler."
Because you're credited with inventing the zombie genre.
Yeah.
Is that how it started?
Originally, yeah, because I don't know if you've ever tried to walk, haven't had a cowbell removed out of your ass. By this stage, a number of times.
Yes.
Luckily, it was not the horse's cowbell.
Well, that's true.
Because that
It would have been a horse bell.
Oh, disgusting. No, got to have sanitary
So,
standards.
and then you've gone on to make movies with very big stars. Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You were his understudy.
Yeah, exactly. And I worked with his sister, Olive Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Olive Pip.
No, Pitt. They call it a Pitt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else did
His
you work
kid,
with?
Sand Pitt.
Yes. Anyone else?
Jennifer Aniston. Oh. Well, I didn't so much work with her as not.
Oh. Well, the list of people that you haven't worked at.
Oh, unparalleled.
Yeah.
I've got a list as long as your arm of people who would not want to work with me.
Yes.
You in this industry, most people get on with everyone, but I've created a few enemies. Jealousy, I suppose.
Yes.
Just it's unfortunate that jealousy exists in this industry, but yeah, I'm very jealous. I hate everybody.
Oh, you hate everybody?
Yeah.
So they don't work with you as much. Really, you don't work with them?
Oh, I couldn't be bothered.
No.
No, because they copy things.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? What's that girl? Maniac on the floor. Something Beale. What's her name?
Jennifer Beale.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, well, her. She wasn't originally jumping around like that.
No.
You know what she did?
Cowbell.
Yeah, right up the clagger. Cowbell saw me and thought, "That's why I need a cowbell."
So you.
And I said to her, "Jennifer, you disappoint me.
Did you?
You make me sad to be a black man." Because I'm not.
No.
So I was actually sad to not be a black man.
Yeah. Well, you have a negative spin on everything, so that's...
No, I wouldn't have said that. No, I like buffets.
You don't like me saying that?
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
It's circular logic and all. Look at you sitting over there looking so stupid. It's sounding so stupid.
Now, tell me about your future in 10 words.
Goodness me.
That's 2?
Yeah, that's 3, and that's 4 now, and that's 5,
Before
and
you
that's
get
6,
going.
I'm up to 10, I'm done. How'd you go?
So, all right. So what have you got planned?
Today?
No, future-wise.
Oh, we're
career-wise?
putting out a new album.
Ah.
Yeah, called Nobody Buys Albums Anymore.
Oh, good thinking.
Yeah, but we're going to upload it.
Yeah.
So people, when they try and download it, it won't. It goes up.
Well, then it can only go up.
That's right.
That's right.
You don't want people going down.
That's a great idea. I'm loving what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you for coming in. I know you're very busy, man.
I've got a bit on.
You're at the Grand Prix?
Yeah, I'm at the Grand Prix. I'm not driving.
No.
No, I'm not driving.
What are you doing?
Well, I've got a couple of jobs there. You know how they come in for the pit stops?
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I get in the way.
Okay, so they have to stop.
Yeah.
That's an
They
excellent...
throw me in front of the car and I keep the driver amused because it's very stressful. It's very stressful to be here. And I don't know what little rush is about. You know, they go very fast. And I said to him, mate, you wouldn't have to go so fast if you just left earlier.
Excellent advice. Thank you for coming in tonight. Day, morning, whatever, wherever we are in the world.
Well, I know where I am in the world.
Well, where are you? Oh, not another cowbell. You shouldn't have sat there. Oh, we'll see you next week. Marty's back. Oh, I'm so sorry, FATSO.
Oh, I like that.